just gonna leave this message.
We're just gonna leave that because I have to be unpredictably awkward. Hello, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
This is the farm where we sort of grow cross-stitch.
One stitch at a time. Today is Monday, June 24th. Happy birthday to
Thank you.
the Joe.
Yes, today is my birthday. I am 41 years old.
Happy birthday.
Okay. Okay. Holy cow. Milk it for all it's worth.
I'm going to have to get this stamp and punch set.
Oh, did you make this today?
Yes, and I saw that and I was like, I have to make this into a birthday card for Joe because it is adorable. Do I have something black I can hold it against? That would help. No.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, that would work. Holy cow. And then we have to open it. Milk it for all it's worth. Isn't it adorable? I need to get this stamp and punch set because, oh my gosh, how adorable is it? And then I'll show you the other cards that I made today. This is a little thinking of you card with a little pansy. But look, when you open it, I also now kind of want these dies that make these circles. Even though
I think we found the reason for this class.
I'm sure. Because I really want the... Look, I may not get the dies, but I really want the cow stamp set and punch. I also really want this stamp set and die bundle. I need the black thing.
Okay.
It says celebrating someone special. It's a little wagon with little balloons and presents.
I had an idea.
What?
If you don't want to get it for yourself or something like that,
And it says wishing a very special
let
birthday.
me know what it is well before October 19th.
Okay.
You know what that is?
What?
Sweetest Day.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so I have a list. I will bring the catalog down and I will show you the options of what I want. It's just kind of going to be a matter of me buying things little by little.
Oh, also...
This also already has a home.
Okay.
Because somebody's birthday is on July 2nd.
Oh.
And that's going to go to her.
Okay.
And then this is the other card that I made. The ice cream truck is coming down the road. This one's really hard to see. It's really pretty, like watercolory. It looks like it's thistles and they look watercolored. And then we used, she took a piece of paper, cut it into strips. We put 3 panels on the front and 1 on the inside. And it's just a nice little sympathy card.
That's gotta be so much nicer to drive than the modified UPS van they used to have when I was a kid. I don't know if you guys had that around here.
Yes. So that's what I did today.
By the way,
yes.
Just so you know, I actually need the contact information for your Stamp It Up lady.
Okay.
And an introduction. So she knows not just some weird random cycle at your house. Or using your address and your stuff.
I can easily explain to her before, you know, my husband is probably going to purchase things through you for me, so...
Yep, I'm going to use the credit card and you're not going to find out.
She'd probably figure it out. Same last name.
Oh, no, because I was actually going to also ask her, like, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you were... Basically, I'm using her as a source to make sure I get something you like.
Okay, well, I have a bunch of stuff.
I'm a clever little buddy.
I have a bunch of stuff in the catalog marked that I want. Actually, it was kind of funny because we were talking about some stuff, and I said, oh, I'm going to have to add that to my wants wish list. And she laughed, and I said, well, the one thing I want, I'm hoping it's back in stock before the end of the month, because bundles, stamp sets, and die sets are on sale until the end of the month. You get an extra 10% off.
So it'll come back the first. I'm sorry, that's marketing.
It was there today.
You already got it?
Yes.
I love you.
I did. And there's a suite in there that I want, but it's not available. What's out of stock in the suite is the embellishments. So I have to wait until the embellishments come back in stock to buy the suite. And that's going to be a bit more of an expensive, because I'm buying the whole suite.
You want to laugh?
What?
I just realized after I get done streaming, I have to go to Dollar General real fast.
Oh.
I used up the last of my deodorant this morning.
Oh. Oh dear. Okay.
And then I'm sorry, I just remembered that. My brain is firing on those cylinders today.
That's okay. There was a... That's okay. You know what? It's a Monday.
Yeah, I'm doing a bunch of paperwork right now.
When I was explaining that I want it's a Mediterranean citrus or bloom or something like that. I can't remember the exact name of it. But it's like oranges, lemons, it's citrus themed. She was like, ooh, can I borrow that for a class one month if you get it? Because I don't really want the set, but I think I could come up with a card or two for a fun class. I'm like, sure, why not?
You know what I would have said to that?
Huh? Free
admittance, right?
Well,
I'll bring the kit. Hey, I'll attend the class and bring it with me.
She has said if you get a stamp set that you want a class, or you want, want in the classes, to go ahead and get, to get with her. That's what this pansy class was. Somebody wanted a class with this set. I absolutely adore this card. I actually I looked up where she got the instructions for, because as long as it fits in that circle, you can do whatever. And like the cow card, like the card I made you, one of the things I really do like about her classes is you can take the sketch, the layout, and use it for other cards. And I've done that with multiple other card PDFs that I have. So, we've spent 10 minutes talking about cards? Not quite 10 minutes. That was what I did this morning. That's kind of the highlight of my week, I guess. Because last week was kind of I didn't really do a whole lot. I had a funeral luncheon on Thursday. That was like...
Would you like to know why we don't... honestly, are you ready for the reason why I didn't stitch much at all this week? Because of the pool with the pee?
Yeah, there was lots of pool time this week, or last week, because it was like in the 90s all week. So apologize, because I know we did not have our live on Saturday, but we were out in the pool Saturday after dinner for like an hour and a half. I mean, it was pool time.
We have not had days where we can go out in the pool and not come in because it's cold. That's, in the 3 years we've had a pool, this is the first summer it's been that warm.
Yes. Honestly, had I not been so busy today, I probably could have done pool time this afternoon. But it is what it is. Tomorrow's be a good pool day. I think Saturday will be a good pool day. Yeah, so we may not have a live next weekend. It depends on the weather. I'll keep you posted. I will try to keep you posted. I sometimes forget. I'm terrible. Alright, well, why don't we shout out our commenters from our last video.
Andrea, Andre, Teresa, Bridget, Lynn, Tamara.
Thank you all so much for commenting. We do appreciate those comments. Thank you for watching, even if you don't comment, because I do think we get more likes than we do comments.
That's
Although,
normal.
well, I know, and I'm guilty sometimes of not always commenting on someone's video because I may be watching it, you know, in the background while I'm doing other things, and I just don't get a chance to throw a comment up.
In all honesty, usually I actually had to go back to a couple videos and like them that I was watching today because I'm listening to them while I'm working because they're like stuff about the new video game I got, which I'm not stitching this week.
He's not stitching this week. He got his birthday present last weekend over the weekend.
So that way I could stream it.
So that way he could, yeah, get really started in it. But, so thank you so much for commenting. So you do not have any whip-age because of pool time and new video game.
Mainly.
I have whippage.
Pool. Actually, all the time I would have spent stitching was pool time.
That's okay. It is okay. I left whip over there.
Will we do a funny dance while you go get it?
I'll just pause the video and go grab it, and also throw the potatoes and the carrots in the oven for dinner. Okay, we're back. Potatoes and carrots are in the oven. Somebody wanted corned beef for his birthday dinner, so that's what we're having.
Well, we already owned it.
We already had the corned beef, and he's like, this is what I want for my birthday dinner. And I said, that's perfectly fine, because we need to cook the corned beef.
It was hiding at the bottom of a drop freezer.
A couple weeks ago, we did a dive in the freezer, in the drop freezer.
We gutted the thing.
And now I have a list of what's in there, so I can remember to use them. All right. So, last week's Sal prompt was the November Star Touched Meadow Block. I am just loving stitching these. I really am. I did 306 stitches on this. So.
God bless you.
Thank you. I do not have all of this column done. There is some flosses for both of these that I am missing. So I need to get on Witchell's website and order them. What?
No, that just sums up every stitcher.
I feel like that's me all the time.
I keep telling you, keep dropping money, you get every single dang freaking color they have.
No, we're not going to do that quite yet, but... okay, so then I took out my next project. This is my ornament that's not really an ornament, and when I show you the progress, you'll understand. It is Come All Ye Faithful. It is from the 2014 Christmas Ornament, Just Cross Stitch Christmas Ornament issue, and it's by Glendon Place. Yes?
Glitch. This is not an ornament. This is not an ornament. This is from the ornament edition.
I did the same thing. I saw this in the ornament issue, and I thought this is super cute. I started kitting it up and got the fabric ready and went, this is not an ornament. I did one prompt on this for Smallest Country in the World week, and that was to stitch on my whip that's picked as something safe. I did 309 stitches, which is basically the white in the front of the church. So, like, and 9 stitches was, come on, is, hello, is like right there. As you can see, so, no, it's not really an ornament, but it's really pretty. And it was in the ornament issue.
I just had a good idea.
What?
You ready for
I
show it
also
off work?
feel like the back of the church is going to take up a lot of space over here.
Got all that junk inside that truck.
I feel like the back of the church is going to be really close, but it's probably not going to be as close as I think it is. Because I do that. I tend to look at it and go, is there enough border there? It'll be fine.
Well, also keep in mind that tower is actually, it goes further over here than the words take it up over there. So the tower is a little off-putting because it's not lined. The church isn't perfectly centered on the pattern.
Yeah. So this is also why I have not worked on this as like an ornament or worked on it during my ornament push last year. Because it's just not an ornament in my mind.
I just had an idea.
What?
Once you're done cleaning up your craft room, you want to try filming up there?
We can. I just need to really work on getting it clean. I really do. I need help, and I don't.
Well, I'll help you. Just I'm going to write up categories, and there's going to be a category that involves a trash can.
And that's perfectly fine. There are things in there that I definitely want to trash out because I don't need them anymore. I can't do anything with them.
I just have a great comment question.
Okay.
Who here, when they go to clean up their stash, needs somebody with them who is not afraid to throw stuff out because you've had it for a decade, you keep saying you'll use it, you know you're never going to, and you just need that person in the room to go, then throw it out.
I also need to figure out what to do with some stuff that isn't necessarily throw out bait, but I don't want it anymore.
Well, that's real easy.
But I'm not entirely sure it's good.
If it's not good quality, it's garbage.
No, it's good quality. I'm not sure donating it would be the best idea because it's stuff you don't normally see in, like, thrift stores.
Honey?
What?
First Wednesday of the month.
It's not stitching stuff.
Oh.
Okay. So then I took out Midnight Sale by Shannon Christine. The chart that Joe gifted me because he decided he did not want to stitch it. And I just want to say, well, I don't want to say I'm glad you decided you didn't want to stitch this, but I probably wouldn't have bought this for myself. I would not have bought this for myself. But I'm loving it.
By the way, I will say, would you like to know why I gave it to you?
Huh?
I didn't realize all those dots were beads.
I didn't either until, yeah.
That's the main reason why I didn't do it, is because the beading is too hard for me.
I'm loving it. I haven't got to the beading yet. But I am still loving doing this chart. I did this for 2 prompts. Something that depicts transportation and do your stitches all in white. I'm working on this moon that is in DMC L'Etoile Blanc. So I did 620 stitches, all in the moon, all filling in the moon. And I just realized I had my needle mind on. That has a cuss word. Apologies, little eyes. But no.
You know, if you never pointed that out, no one would have known. How many people, comment below how many people stopped the video and went back in order to see what the curse word was.
So.
Come on, comment guilty.
Oh, Come All Ye Faithful was on a random Silk Weavers that I had in my stash. This is on something that I have dyed. This is on a Slovak Farm piece. On Noblessence. And then I busted out Stitch on Your Smallest Whip, which is actually an ornament I have going, a Mill Hill ornament I have going. Grandpa's Tractor. We won't talk about what happened with the beads on Friday night because I'm pretty sure there's still beads on my carpet.
Can I tell the funny story?
Yeah.
Okay, so I film every other Friday Friday was one of them, with my friend Asian Faji Gamer. He hosts he streams a D&D game, and I'm one of the players. So every hour we take a break. And during those breaks, I come up here and say hi. I come upstairs, she's on the ground, and I'm just like, let me guess, don't ask, see you later? She went, yup.
The bag of beads kind of went straight down, so some of them got on the floor. It wasn't like the whole bag. It wasn't even half the bag. It probably wasn't even a quarter of the bag, but it was enough I was a little irritated. So here's where I got to with Grandpa's tractor. The tractor in the ground is all stitched. I am working on beading in. I started with the black beads. I have the steering wheel and the tires beaded. There is some black beads here in the engine block area. So this will go. Hello, focus. There we go. So, you know, it stays a whip because it's not done yet. I may or may not get to it again before December. I have a second one of these kits. When I finish with this one, I'm going to see what kind of beads I have left from it. I may just pull out some perforated paper that I think I have kicking around upstairs. I do want to stitch this again because I want to give one to my daddy. Because where I come from, a truck's a Dodge and a tractor's red. And I want one for myself.
That also looks exactly like your dad's old tractor.
No, it doesn't. This looks a little bit. This is a little
close
bit
enough for gun
model.
work.
But I think it would be nice to give him that for a little ornament. So to wrap up Smallest Countries Week, I used my pass, my free pass on Stitch on a Whip with a woman or a female. So yeah. I then kicked on to, I had one more monthly to finish, the S in June Brides. So of course I pulled out my whip that's got an S. Shores of Hawk Run Hollow. I am stitching currently on that block. I'm not doing all of the blocks, I'm just doing the blocks with the verses. I had this grand plan for all of the Hawk runs, and then we moved. I have to reorganize my plan for my Hawk runs, and I don't think I'm going to do them all now. I don't think I'm going
to do yeah, we're at like a third the wall space.
Yes. It'll still work. I still can make it work. So I'm just doing, on Shores, I'm just doing the verse blocks and the memorial block because I'm going to put my grandfather's name in it because my grandfather, Radachi, was a sailor in World War II. I did 264 stitches, which is more than I expected it to be, to finish the block. Yay!
Woohoo!
I'm very pleased I finished the block. So I have all of the first blocks. This is on a piece of Slovak Farm. I'm sorry, I need to put this in front of you. I have all of the verse blocks finished. I just need to dye a piece of fabric to do my memorial block, which may happen sooner rather than later. We shall see. I will explain why.
Do you hear this?
I will explain why when we get to plans.
You're about to get yeeted up here, Katie, and forcibly petted.
So I needed to finish my S for the monthly, and then I was like, well, I'm done with all of my monthlies. I'm going to start on my next ornament. Well, these ornaments, the booklet is called Simply Charming, so I just did I think I did 60 stitches on, I started this little ornament, and I think I did 60 some stitches to conclude that prompt. And then I went ahead and finished it. I did the rest of it. Block. I did, so it totals 824 stitches. So we have another one of these done. My plan at the beginning of the year was not to do one of these a month. My plan was to do other ornaments and then use these to fill in where I needed to. That plan has shot the bed. That plan has gone flying out the window. I am doing one of these a month, and that will finish the little booklet by the end of the year. Because there's 12 of these. There's 12 of these, so that will finish this little Simply Charming booklet by the end of the year. Because they're all adorable, and I want them all. I may not make them all into ornaments for the tree. I may make them into like a little wall hanging group for Christmas time. I haven't fleshed out that idea yet, but I don't know. We'll see. So that is all my cross stitching for the week. But the other stitching whip I have to show you is part of his haul.
Oh.
I finished a dice bag for someone, and there's a little birthday present in there for you. It's not tight. Sorry. Oh, it is tight. There you go. It just pulls apart.
I didn't want to have to break it. Let me see. We got cowtails. What the? Flipping flap. Frick. What the? I love you.
I love you. That was my other errand today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sitting here like, is there dice in this thing? I didn't know I had any dice up here. Actually, I don't know which one it is. And then we actually have another thing downstairs that she put felt on a wooden box I bought, so I can use it as a dice roller.
My original intention was just to have the jelly beans in there, and you'd be like, did you give me dice or something? But then I saw the cowtails, and I know how much you like the cowtails as well as I do, so I bought you some cowtails. So that is whippage for the week. And haul for him. That's all the haul we have.
Okay.
I'll show you how to open and close it off camera. I literally put the last row in this. I waited till this morning to put the last row on and make the drawstring, so that way he wouldn't realize it was done until tonight. Because I knew I was going to go get you a little
I love you.
something to throw in there. I love you. Do you have any plans?
Actually, I just had a really funny one. I think I realized that I really like this versus anything we've done in a while.
Yes.
So I think I might go on tomorrow to daily cross stitch. And there's
I have a bunch that I printed out and gave you that you had wanted.
I didn't know you printed them out.
Yeah, I might not have printed all of them out.
No. Well, I also wanted to check one thing to see if they had it, because it'd be funny if they did.
I do think, though, I printed a bunch of them. I thought I printed them all out.
Because you're like, well, I don't think so, because I sent you way too many to print. I really did. I sent you 30 of them.
I handed you a stack.
Look at, well, I gotta find the stack then. But I also had an idea.
Hold, please. Okay, we're back.
Where was I?
You had an idea.
Oh, yeah, I want to see if I can find a whip of a whip.
I don't know if we'll have that.
Oh, come on. They have a freaking high voltage warning
But it is
symbol.
funny.
And I think doing a whip of a whip would just be a meme that I would put behind me.
That's
it would be
true.
behind us. Just because a whip of a whip is just funny. And I would probably never actually finish it. Just that way it's always a whip of a whip.
There you go. There you go.
That tickles my funny bone.
That tickle your funny bone. Okay. Well, let's talk about my plans, because I'm not really sure what my plans are this week.
Why not?
Because. So our theme for Our theme for this week is crossword puzzles for Daily 30. So the first prompt is to stitch any whip that is a first for you in some way.
You just finished stitching on it. The pirate ship with the moon, I think, is the first time that you've ever taken a project over for me.
For you, but it's not the first project I've ever taken over.
Well, specifically for me, it's still first if you narrow it down far enough.
That's true. I mean, I'm working on it.
Arctic Blast, isn't that the first one you've done of that particular...
So Arctic Blast is the first Carolyn Manning I've done. Greyhound Year is the first Blue Flower I have done. My Stamped Heart Succulent is the first stamped kit I've done. Sampler Book is like the first of that type of project I have ever done. The first of that super involved project I have ever done. Arctic Blast is the first Carolyn Manning I've ever done. Technically, Harvest Hauler is the first project I've done out of the
You know what?
keepsake
Arctic
calendar.
Blast.
Okay.
I just saw another prompt that would fit with.
There's a couple prompts that it would fit with. So, stitch on a whip that has a diamond shape in it or is some representation of a diamond.
Second verse. Same as
I was going to say
first.
Arctic Blast or either of my Sal ones would work.
Actually, I gotta get that out. I think I might want to stitch on that now. I'm going to stitch on Ruby.
Okay. Stitch on your best whip?
Arctic Blast.
I was going to say, I could probably come up with a reason why all of my whips are my best whip.
Okay, your husband's picking, and of your current whips, Arctic Blast is my favorite. How do we know? Because I got a red version of it for myself.
And that's what I can go with for Arctic Blast. And then stitch on a whip that is something that's symmetrical.
Arctic Blast is itself symmetrical.
Exactly. Now, so, and then my oldest whip is technically Shores of Hawkern Hollow, because I looked at my list and I went, okay, Shores of Hawkern Hollow, everything else was started in this house. Shores was not started in this house. I don't know why Shores has dragged on for as long as it has.
It's huge!
But I have one more block to finish on it.
Hey, honey.
What?
That is the largest whip you have, because most of the ones that size you abandoned. But because it's broken up.
The only reason it's that big is because it's broken up. I will put a little star on this whole week and say that my Star Touched Meadow Sal block also fits most of these. You know, it's got diamonds, it's symmetrical, so it fits at least 2 of those. So if I get really sick of Arctic Blast...
Actually, what I was going to say is I wanted to stitch Arctic Blast, and I was going to stitch Ruby on Saturday for stitching string.
Okay.
So you don't have a problem with that?
I don't know. Well, see, on the weekends, I usually work on an ornament.
Okay. No problem. Okay. I gotta stitch on sometime this week with you then.
Yeah. So what I was going to say is, I'm going to do I'll do my Sal stitches tonight. It might drag into tomorrow at this point because I haven't started stitching yet today. My card class went until 1 o'clock, and then I had to run to get the jelly beans.
Oh, and in case anyone is wondering, I actually purposely didn't get the jelly beans when we were there before, because I was like, yeah, too expensive. And there was also a 5-pound bag of Swedish fish.
It's
And
a 2.5-pound bag of Swedish fish.
No.
Oh, that was a full 5 pounds?
Yes! Okay. Why do you think it was larger than this?
Fair enough. So I haven't got stitching today. So if I get really, tired of Arctic Blast, I can pull Star Touched Meadow. One of my Star Touched Meadow cells out. Because I'm really digging them stitching on them.
Yeah, at least for something like your favorite or your best, you can ask me, and I'm not the parent. It's easier for me to say which one's better. Mm-hmm. And anyone
I'm totally,
who does
for that prompt, going to put, according to my husband, my best whip is Arctic Blast.
And anybody who watches this, who does Daily 30, feel free to steal that idea. Put out all of your whips, look at a friend, significant other, kid, whatever, and go, which one do you like the most? They're going to walk up, pick one for you in 5 seconds. If you try it yourself, you're literally going to sit there and ooh and ah over it for the time it would take you to complete the prompt.
Pretty much. So, that's plans. It's going to be a lot of Arctic Blast. It's going to be a lot of Carolyn Manning this week. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else?
No. Oh, I thought of another thing that's the first of.
What?
I think that's actually the first time that you've actually stitched something, and I've just went, ooh, I don't want that project. I want a variation of it.
That is true. That is very true. Because there's been a couple things where I've stitched it, and you've gone, ooh, I want to stitch that when you're done. Or I've kitted it up, and you've said, ooh, I want to stitch that too. But this would be the first one that you've said, ooh, I want to stitch something like that, but not that. Yep. And that's when we found Ruby, because I knew there was an all red one, because you like red.
Yep.
Red's your favorite color. Although he did pick out the yarn for his bag. It is Destination Yarns Deep Space.
I will say I love red, and I like blue, and I like black. It depends on my mood.
There you go. Alright, well, I don't think we have anything else. We are hosting a Stitchin' Day on Saturday, November 2nd at the Wellington Reservoir Reservation in Wellington, Ohio. If you are local, semi-local, think about signing up. The link is below to get to my Shopify listing for it. You just click on it through Shopify, pay through Shopify. It will give me an email address. It should give me an email address to send to you the address for the stitch-in, which I will send those out closer to the time of the stitch-in. Right now I have 2 people that are not us signed up. We've started. So, thank you all so much for watching. We hope you had a good time. Maybe you learned something. We hope you were entertained.
Are you not entertained?
And we will.
Gotta do spiel.
Oh yeah, we gotta do the spiel.
That's wait for you to lead into that, and then you let the other thing. Please like,
comment,
subscribe, the bell notification, whatever that thing is. All the YouTube stuff, it really does help. It helps with the algorithm, helps people find us, because YouTube. Yorp.
Thank you all so much. So that's it for the week. We will see you all next week.
Bye-bye-bye!